going on, everybody? It's TorontoGuy here again. It's Friday the 13th. I uploaded a video yesterday on Thursday the 12th where I made salmon. What I did not mention is that that particular salmon that I made was half of a fillet, and I have the other half here. And I can't just let it go to waste. I figured, I was thinking at work all day, what am I going to do with it? I got to make something. And then I decided, hey, why not make something and record it? Make something awesome. So today, right now, I don't know if I'm going to actually upload this video today. Got to space this stuff out. Can't spoil everybody who doesn't watch my stuff and stuff. So if you're not watching this on Friday the 13th, just know that this is Friday the 13th and this is what I'm making. What I'm making today is I decided we're going to go a little Indian style. We are going to make an Indian tomato pasta. This is going to be the sauce with salmon. Sounds simple, right? But it's going to be awesome. So here's what we're going to do. First we're going to heat up some salted butter because I also have tomatoes left over. I don't like to waste food. I like to keep my stuff going. And I'm trying to be more calm. In yesterday's video, I was all so we're just trying to be chill. So what we're going to do is we're going to melt some salted butter. We're not heating the salmon thing yet because it's going to take a little bit of time. Not too much time. It is on high after all. To melt the butter and then start cooking the tomatoes. We're going to add spices. Indian style spices, baby, where it's going to taste so freaking amazing that you're going to be like, TorontoGuy, marry me, even though you don't want to get married and blah blah blah. But well, sorry. And I'm like, the dudes are going to say that too, and I'm be like, no, sorry. We are going to add some turmeric for some nice color and flavor. My favorite one of my favorites. You can't really read that. This is ground cumin, which is a nice tangy flavor. We are also going to add, for flavor, these little cardamom pods. Now you only need like one or two of them. They're for flavoring. You can either crack them open and take out the little powder stuff inside and do that. There's also cardamom powder you can buy. It depends on your liking. So I'm gonna add these two and add them in as is to add flavor because they are so packed with flavor. Like if you bite into one of these, just one of them, they're very bitter, but if you like bitter, that's fine. We're also gonna add these little things. These are cloves. Don't know if you can really see them. Okay. Cloves, we're gonna add 3 of them. Another thing that these are also packed with flavor, but the cloves, we're gonna put in this pestle and mortar and we're gonna ground up. These are also gonna add some bursting awesomeness flavor to our sauciness of our Indian style macaron tomato pasta with salmon. I don't even know what I'm calling it. I'm just making this on a whim. I didn't look up any recipe or anything because I've had enough experience with all this that I know it's going to work. So let's wait for our butter to melt. And yeah, so thanks to everybody who's been watching. As I said, man, people don't seem to be watching my freaking cooking videos as much as they watch the videos where I trash the ridiculousness of identity politics and feminism and stuff. So share the love video. Share the. I'm need to calm down. You see, when I'm cooking, especially off script and I'm talking, I get hyper because I love it. You need to calm down, dude. So here we are. We're gonna melt this butter on a high heat. This is salted butter. And this is all real foods. This is not something you're gonna find in a jar because the jarred stuff has all of the chemicals and all that stuff to preserves and all that stuff. We're gonna make the real freaking deal. And also this time, we are using large eggshells instead of corkscrew because why not, let's mix it up a little. All right, so the butter is nicely melted. Just try to stay calm, TorontoGuy, because I'm very excited. All right, so let's add our tomatoes. We're gonna cook up the tomatoes. Toss them in. I love my rock pot and pan set. Don't know if I mentioned that before. Yeah, I did. Give it a little stir up. Get them all nice and coated in that salted butteriness. Awesome. Now people out there might be saying, ew, butter. Come on, people. I'm not a vegan. I pretended I was a vegan about 3 or 4 years ago, but that was only to get the attention from the females, and it worked. And then I found out that one of those particular females was, I'll leave it at that, a piece of shit. All right, so now I need the lid. We're gonna put the lid. Put the lid on the tomatoes, let them cook, and blah blah blah. And we're gonna wait for the salted olive oil water to boil for the pasta. as the tomatoes get like weaker and softer, we're gonna do more stirring. We'll eventually turn on the oil for the salmon, and we're gonna get this underway. So we're gonna take a little break, unless unless I can just think of stuff to talk about while we're waiting for all this to happen. But what I'm gonna do is, once it's all softened, the tomatoes and stuff, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna mash them up real good, and that's when I'm gonna add the spices and the cardamom pods. I would also add cream, but I don't have cream and I don't feel like going out and getting cream. This was something I decided to do on a whim. I shouldn't take the lid off. It's anything of the boiling water, because it's just gonna take heat out and expand how long it's gonna take to boil. Damn it! So, as I was saying, we're gonna mash it up. We're gonna mash up. You can get these at the dollar store for $1, people. We're gonna mash them up. You can also put them in a food processor, but you see, I'm the type of dude, I like pulp in my orange juice. I like the potato skins in my mashed potatoes, because I'm a man. Now, maybe some of you are out there saying, hey, Toronto guy, I'm a man, but I don't like pulp in my orange juice, and I don't like potato skins in my mashed potatoes. Does that mean I'm not a man? Well, yes, it does mean you're not a man. All right, so the tomatoes are doing its thing in the butter. Looking good. Still gonna need a few more minutes to soften up. We're gonna keep stirring it a little. And I'm very excited. Maybe we should take a break. Or maybe not. I mean, you can always forward until I go like this, if I remember to go like that, and be like, oh look, there's where Toronto Guy's continuing, instead of rambling. One thing I was thinking of doing, I mean, I have my cupboard, like I'm looking at it right over here. I have 2 cupboards in my kitchen that are filled with nothing but spices and seasonings. Alright? So I was thinking of eventually making a video just showing off, just showing people, you know, here are some of the spices you can get and what they are like and what you can do and blah blah blah. And, like, invest, people. Invest in spices. Oh, it's boiling already. Should we add the pasta? Pasta's gonna take about 7 minutes. Tomatoes about that. Let's just start heating up the oil now for the salmon. Once again, we want the salmon nice and hot. We're gonna cook it the same way we did yesterday, skin side down. Now, as you noticed, the skin on this salmon is mostly dark. So when it's cooked, I mean, if you thought yesterday's salmon looked burnt, this is gonna look even more burnt. But just remember, it's mostly dark. So hey, don't worry about it. We're gonna cook it the same way. All right, this is boiling. Where did our pasta go? There's our pasta. Let's add our pasta for about 7 or so minutes, or until it's like, you know, Toronto Guy says, it's ready, man. Eat that pastiness. Give it a stir. We don't want it all mushy. That was the tomato thing I used, didn't I? To stir that. Oh well. So we get tomato water in the pasta water. So what? It's all good, isn't it? All right. Tomatoes are still tomatoing. Still need another couple minutes. They are getting soft. You can't really tell. That's another thing, man. Of the lighting in here, you can't tell the awesome color of the food until I take the picture and insert it at the end. So that's why, you know, if you all just donate a couple $1,000s and millions of dollars, I can get a proper studio and be like, here you go, everybody. Now everything's awesome. You know what? Let's leave the lid off of this for now. It's being nice and boily in the salted butter. Looking good. Salted butter and tomatoes frying. Smells awesome. Especially cherry tomatoes, because they're full of flavor and they're tangy. Love it. All right, it's almost ready for mashing time. Let's use our tomato water spatula in our pasta water. Oh my God, it's smoking. Oh my God, there's gonna be a fire. Well, if I don't upload this, that means that I died in a fire. All right, let's see if they're ready for mash. Let's see. Let's give them a little mash up. Looking good. Looking lovely. Coming along nicely. It's coming along perfectly. As I said, I like my sauces pulpy, just like my orange juice, because hey man, I'm a man. I like that kind of stuff. People don't, that's fine, but I do like it. As I said, you can put it in a food processor and get it extra pulpy and extra smooth if you're all delicate. Oh, this smells lovely, baby. Just lovely. How's the salmon oil doing? Doing well. It's smoking, it's popping. That means it's pretty much ready to start kicking. Pasta with the tomato spatula is doing that. Let's put the salmon on. Now, as I said yesterday, cook it skin side down for about 4 minutes. until it changes color about 2/3 the way up. All right, don't do nothing to it. Don't move it around. Don't be like, oh, don't flip it. Leave it. Press it down a little bit for a little while, a little second. We're gonna add a little salt to the salmon flesh because that's what we did. Remember, we scored the salmon skin and added some salt into the little slots. Scoring the salmon skin will make sure that the salmon skin does not fall off during cooking. And of course, we are gonna take the skin off when we're done cooking. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shred up the salmon fillet before I put it in with the macaroni or the pasta. Because we don't want it looking basically the same as yesterday's thing, right? You know, variety, mix it up a little. Speaking of mixing up, ooh, the sauciness. Yeah, let the oil flow more. Mash it up some more. Remember, I did lower the heat of the tomatoes, could lower it even more. Now it's on medium, now it's going down to almost minimum. Mash it up, looking awesome, smelling lovely. And I haven't even added the spices yet, for crying out loud. I haven't even added the spices yet. Holy moly. But we're gonna do that now. Salmon's got another about 2.5-ish minutes. All right, our grounded cloves. These are packed with flavor, you only need a few. Also these, if you bite into them, like as a whole, they're bitter. Some people can take it, a lot of people are like, bleh, bleh, bleh. They don't taste gross or anything, they're just very, very strong. There we are. We got our 2 cardamom pods. Only 2 of them is all that's needed. Let's add some of our cumin. How much shall I add? I mean, I love cumin. Let's add 1/2 tablespoon because I love cumin, baby. Love it. Love it. And we're gonna add our ground turmeric. As you can see, I'm low on turmeric. This turmeric is from a package I bought about a year ago. That's how long this stuff lasts, okay? You only need a little. About 1/2 tablespoon of turmeric. And there we go. Salmon's doing well. I can smell it. It smells lovely. Let's stir up the pasta. Make sure it keeps stirring it so it doesn't get all mushy. We don't like mushy pasta. Now let's stir up our sauce. Let me smell that. Oh my God. I love Indian food. These spices I threw in here are traditionally Indian style, you know, cloves and cardamom and turmeric and cumin. Used a lot in Indian cooking, the best cuisine on earth. But you can also use it in other stuff. And it smells freaking awesome in here. Freaking awesome, awesome, awesome. You can smell the salmon. It's doing its lovely salmoning thing. Pasta's probably just about ready. Salmon. About another 1.5-ish before we flip it over. Don't worry, it's fine. Somebody on my last video, on the previous salmon video, and on my chickpeas and tomato video was like, Toronto guy, like, I just wanted to jump through this screen because I was so worried you're gonna burn it. Just chill out, bro. Chill out. All right? That's why a lot of people make mistakes. There's a lot of mistakes you can make in home cooking, and worrying about crap and screwing up the whole operation is one of them. So stop screwing things up. Yeah. You see, I'm fine putting the tomato stuff in with the pasta because it's all just gonna be awesome mixed together. Salmon actually could probably use another 2 minutes. This particular half was a very thick half. So maybe another 2-ish minutes. We want it going up about 2/3 of the way at the side of that light cooked color. The pasta is probably just about ready. So yeah, I don't know if I got much to say. It's Friday the 13th. You know? I was gonna stream tonight, my Friday the 13th the game. I don't know if I will though, because I gotta be in the mood for that. I was gonna live stream it and hope that people would bring some money and be like, Toronto guy, here's some money for you can get your better, proper kitchen. Here's $1,000 because you're worth it. Like feminist commercials, how they talk about you're worth it. Well, I'm worth it. I'm not a feminist, but I'm worth money. Lots of it. Yeah, this is a thick piece of salmon, baby, so it's gonna need a little longer than usual. It's almost done. Maybe another minute, minute and a half-ish. How's the pasta doing? So anyway, if you want to see that spice video of me just showing off my cupboard spices of what I got, just to give you a tip of the kind of things you can get, then just let me know. Not that it matters, I'll probably do it anyway. Alright, so the salmon is smoking. And it looks like we can flip it now. Flip it, baby. Flip it into shape. Now it looks all... Yeah, dude. It looks all burnt, doesn't it? Remember, this particular half of the salmon, the skin was mostly black. So it's not burnt. It's awesome. It smells awesome. It smells lovely. Cook it in the oil. Just yeah, like that. Let's turn the heat off. Do this for about a minute or two, probably about 2 since it is a thicker piece. And then we're gonna take it off the heat, let it settle, take off the skin, eat the skin, and then put it all together. And there we go. The eggshells, look at the size of these eggshells, baby. Let's try one. Make sure they're okay. Are they ready to go? Full. Just dropped it on the oven, on the stove top. Eat it. Don't burn my hands off. Let's take a spoon, damn it. Fool. Give me a spoon. Give me a spoon. Pasta's ready. Turn off all the heat. Salmon off the heat. Where's the colander? Maybe some of you are saying, what the hell is a colander? This is a colander. For you rookies, it's a strainer, but proper term is a colander. Alright, so take the pasta. Now one thing that people do, this is how I grew up on pasta in my house when I grew up, is what we used to do, or it's what they do, they probably still do it, is they would empty the pasta into the strainer and then run water over it all. You don't want to do that. You want to just empty it, put it back, because then all the starch is still on there, and when you add the sauce, it sticks to the pasta. Whereas if you water it down, it's like a bunch of pasta in a big puddle of sauce piss. You know, it's crazy. You know, something you'll learn. Little lesson there from TorontoGuy. Alright, now this would be a lot more saucier and liquidier if I did add cream, but it's still gonna be good. It's thick. I like thick. I'm a man. So that's why I like tomato skins in my tomato sauce. Let's give it a mix up. Oh my god. Smells awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Smells freaking awesome. See how the sauce is sticking to the pasta. Now, unfortunately, as I said, the lighting's not the best, so you can't really see the awesome color. You're gonna have to wait till I take the picture and insert it. Alright, so now the pasta, the salmon, pasta's all stirred. Salmon is ready. Eddie. Double check it. See, I wish you could see the color properly on here. You can't. You can't look at, no, I'm looking at the screen now. The lighting's not good in here, but trust me, this is an awesome orangish color. Oh, like, people would look at this and be like, is that salmon related to Donald Trump? All right, so we're gonna take the salmon, I'm gonna take the skin off and I'm gonna eat it. All right, so I've taken the skin off the salmon. We're gonna put the baby. Oh, I love it, love it. Give me a fork. And now we're gonna shred the baby up. Give it a nice shredding. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And shred it up nicely. You can shred it up as thinnish as you want or as chunky as you want. As I said, I'm a man. I like chunky. Give it a mix. Oh my god. Oh. Ladies, this is what you missed out on, man, because you just had to put no effort into getting to know a guy. Just tell you, man, when I was doing the dating thing, it was like going to a job interview every time. It was ridiculous. So I thought, you know, forget it. It's not worth my time. If you don't want to prove you're worth my time, why should I prove that I'm worth yours? All right, so here we go. Put it in a bowl. Oh, the smell is just punching me in the face. like Rocky Balboa punching out some loser. And then let's add some more. We can add some more. Want to take a nice picture of it. Now, as I said for the third time, you can't tell because of the lighting. I'm going to take a picture and insert it right here. So there you go. Simple as that. Indian tomato macaroni with salmon. Simple to make. Eat real food. When you eat real food, you feel better, more energized, and you save money because you're not eating as much as you used to. You're not getting fat. You're enjoying life. Get off the internet, unless of course it's to watch TorontoGuy's videos. But eat well. Have a lovely day. Happy Friday the 13th. Don't know if I'll upload this tonight. Gotta space them out. Give me money whenever you see me online. Have a lovely salmon-y day.